Vintage, get right. Yeah. Finding ways to get places you should never be allowed. It's all tied up 4-4. The AK is coming back out. Forrest is going to have the op. Maybe able to find a duel. NIPs have done a pretty good job. They've been able to have mid control. Haven't been able to do too much from there. A lot of the battles won and lost have occurred over towards this A bomb site. Players finding duels, players taking fights.
They're leaving Sip alone in B a lot right now, Astralis, and I feel like NIP must know that from watching demos. I mean, I think we knew it before coming into the game because they have, that confidence in him.
Yeah.
But, you know, one player alone is obviously a point of weakness, even if it's Sip.
I mean, he's probably the best bomb site anchor we have in Counter-Strike. He is just so smart the way he plays these. Now Device is rotated over. Confident Dupree with the AWP watching towards top mid, and Glaive peering towards underpass. So they have the knowledge there's no presence from the ninjas in middle. Yeah, Magisk all alone at A is the crazy part. With how much just timing contact plays NIP have done, they're more than willing to put Magisk there alone. I
was going to say, that's such a change in the setup. The grenade, but an instant reply from Get Right. To be taking down Dupree. Even if they took some damage, they're going to be fine with that whole situation. And Sip with a great return on Dennis. And he's continuing to look into the hallway and seeing no deals there. So now they're on a bit of a timer, NIP. If they want to make this work, they've got to be quick about it. 45 seconds. Rez taking more grenade damage. Meg is still on the bomb site, and NIP stuck a little bit of top mid. Device now going to be walking into it, going for that fight, and looks like he could have had it, but Electro will get it instead. Now a 2-on-4, and are they going to swap back to the B bomb site? It's a perfect call right here for NIP. Very smart, and that's going to win them the round just based on that.
Yeah, just a great job from the ninjas applying enough pressure to the A bomb site to pull Zipnix away. Magisk felt the pressure, and that's one of the, I guess maybe not a problem, that's just one of the products of having Magisk all alone at the A bomb site. Is so many different choke points. When your teammates start falling in mid, you start to really feel a lot of pressure because there's so many different areas and you can't cover them all, and you don't have a comfortable fight anywhere. So you do get a little bit antsy. You do call people over, you know, ahead of time before you really know what's coming. I don't get NIP there 5th. This is a very nice showing for NIP on their offensive side.
Yep, they're doing an excellent job. I was getting a bit worried losing 4 on a row, but again, they're playing on the T side, so the fact that they can sort of continue this and put pressure again on the Astralis economy is great news. We'll see if it's going to continue to pay off here. They do have enough for the rebuy on the Danish side, so I guess that is slightly good news, although Device kind of low on health. And I'm kind of surprised that Device didn't win that fight against Lekra in the middle. It looked like he had like a couple of milliseconds advantage, which usually is enough.
It's kind of cool. I mean, the ninjas did give Astralis a taste of their own medicine. They got, you know, that opening pick in mid. They almost had a 2-man advantage. Forrest just missed a small shot with the AWP, but then they hit that pause button. You saw Glaive got lured into peeking mid for some information, maybe trying to get a sneaky kill. Device follows it up with another similar play on Catwalk. NIP's able to get a couple more frags out of that. That opens up the entire map. The op back in Device's hands now, and free mid controls. Forrest spots the shoulder. That's Glaive going for a peek, and two players, Dupree and Zipnix, are going to be in ladder room. They're waiting to pounce. This could be an interesting crunch on mid.
Sometimes forget how good Forrest can be with that AWP because we don't always see it. But it is really remarkable. Mid control, not really being contested yet, although they can, Astralis, if they get the timing crunch on it. Flashbang is absolutely perfect. And Glaive, no chance this time. Gonna get taken down by Lekro.
That's a sneaky play from Glaive, and we see it work out a pretty decent amount of times. Just Lekro way more aggressive than he expected of getting in. Glaive catches that flashbang, and now Lekro's got a great sight into that A bomb site. Dennis, once again, dueling in these B halls, staying a little bit farther back, has taken some small damage, and once again, here it is, this slow pace from NIP. Astralis having a tough time dealing with it. They've got everyone in the right position, and now Magisk feeling again uncomfortable over at A.
Yeah, and that's drawing everybody here while the bomb is making its way to the B bomb site. Dupree is now realizing something might be up. That grenade is going to confirm his suspicion as well. Gonna hear it on the other side, goes for the spray on Rez, but there's still so many people here, and Lekro is lurking in the middle of the map, so even if they try for this retake, Lekro just might explode this whole round, and Magus, I think he's gonna be too late on that flank, and I think Lekro's gonna be the one to win this round. They're waiting and trying to take this fight, but now when they fall back, he's still gonna be effective. Hearing them exit and creeping in, looking for the fight, creating a lot of trouble, and it's just gonna make the kill happen anyway. I'm kind of shocked that happened. I feel like that could have been much worse punishment for Astralis, but I don't think it matters. NIP still win the round.
That's going to be frustrating for Lekro that Dupree just got right behind That staircase at that moment. NIP really wanted to shut it down, and you can tell why. They know the economy of Astralis is at the breaking point. They wanted to take those weapons away, forced to save. Device doing a great job protecting on it. And NIP's losing just too many weapons at the end. Not a huge deal. They do have a decent amount of cash, but they're going to spend a lot to rebuy. So is Astralis going to drop some rifles over to Glaive and Zipnix, and a timeout going to be taken as Astralis talk it over. NIP, did you expect this coming in this morning? I know we all kind of had that romantic, this would really be cool here in Stockholm if this could happen, but did you actually believe?
I don't know. I was definitely expecting that Astralis would be the team to be sort of in a high-powered position. I feel like sometimes NIP have slightly slow beginnings to best of threes. So this is just exciting. I mean, this is one of those things where they probably do feel pretty pumped up. You saw them at the intro when they were on the stage and the crowd was, you know, cheering on. I imagine that probably does get the adrenaline pumping. Like, it's hard to be sleepy when you get into the booth, right?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Well, bare bones utility for Astralis. Actually, they have a decent amount. They bought some up right up at the end. Glaive is a little bit hurt, so is Device. One kit on Magisk. But all in all, a pretty solid buy from Astralis. It's the last one they have if they can't win this, and NIP is applying a lot of pressure right now. This could be a great first half for them. I saw a stat. I think it was Peter from HLTV who tweeted out that like Astralis is like something crazy. Like they average like a 11 rounds on their CT side on Mirage. In this event, we've seen them have, you know, remember against Tyloo. Tyloo put up 12 rounds on their offensive side.
Yeah.
And NIP now shutting down Astralis defense as well. This is very uncharacteristic on this map for Astralis.
Yeah, they're running into some trouble here, and it could definitely cost them. They have a lot of presence in mid, and NIP were actually set up expecting the top mid push. They were waiting with 2 people there in case that Glaive was going to continue on that little adventure. But if it turns into a B push, Dupree and Sip could have a very good chance of shutting this one down. They don't have all the grenades they wish they could have, but still, one good time flashbang and it might all be over. Sip is ready and waiting. Easy kill on the first player, tries to fall back down. Now the follow-up grenade and Dupree with a headshot. Down Rez, and you see the trouble now for NIP is they've slowed down so much that more people are going to be coming in. They want to fight their way through. Glaive has shown up as well, and yep, they are getting completely crunched up in the hallways. Good AWPing from Forest, but it's just a little bit too late. And another round here for Astralis. Not letting NIP get away with it, and that actually does a lot of damage to the NIP economy. Now, the question is, would they force behind this? They could get like, what, 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and not much else. Yeah, I mean, you go back to that round where they were chasing for the weapons, right? You can't really fault them for that decision, but I mentioned it, they just lost way too much. 3 AKs went down to the floor in the pursuit of those last couple weapons from Astralis, and this is the product of that. You're exactly right. They were on the edge. Just going for Deagles. P250 on Get Right with armor. That's a nice setup from Astralis that previous round. Zipnix and Dupree played that perfectly, and because Astralis had mid control that was never forced back by the ninjas, that quick push-up catwalk to wrap around just had so many defenders there. One should be relatively easy for Astralis without armor. Yeah, it's that word "should," Moses. That should, yeah. That always leaves you wondering.
You never know with these when you have this many Deagles on the board, right? You never know if someone's just going to get that really nice, fortunate long-range 1 Deagle like that. Lekro. We know his Deagle is nasty, and he's just giving us one more highlight to add to the frag videos.
Ooh, and that's the boost into the window with the P250 Glaive going down to Get Right. Now a 3-on-3, and Astralis probably trying to keep the focus in this round, because if they let this one go, NIP are going to probably run away with this first half, at least the rest of it here. Megis getting the kill on Get Right is obviously important. That also tells them that he's back out of the window, so they have to worry a little bit less about that. Forrest and Lekro now waiting in the middle. Megis, third kill of the round for him. Finding these unarmored targets, and Lekro hoping but not being rewarded for that wallbang attempt. Sip will take him down instead, and 6-6 tied up here. This is, in terms of a semi-final, Moses, this is what we want, right? Yeah, this close game, close beginning.
This is delivering on a big way right now. Early, but the crowd getting into it. AWP in the hands of Forrest again. AKs to surround it. Astralis switching into that double up. Device and Dupree with those. Device going to be on catwalk. There's only one player here from NIP, so I doubt he tries to cross over at the moment. Glaive is close up, and actually he does go for it. Spotted the pressure in middle. Glaive's going to have to retreat and fall back, and he does get away. That's a wise decision. NIP wanted to take advantage of that, but they're going to be happy simply with pushing it back. Great utility, though. Phenomenal nades, and even the Molotov to follow up on a res, but it doesn't matter because Lekros found the kill. Again on Catwalk.
They were shooting at Device even through the smoke. They had an idea that he was going to be there. Maybe somebody did spot him after all. Flashbang. Not quite over the wall, in fact. He did nothing to get right. And he's going to get the kill on Sip. There was an attempt from inside the bomb side. Maze trying to set that up, but wasn't really successful in doing it. And Get Right is ready for more. Didn't quite catch that, but one bullet would have been enough to get rid of Glaive. And still a 3-on-5 right now. NIP looking to take round number 7. It is looking amazing right now for them. Again, the full stack at A. And NIP go B. They've got a very good read. I mean, they're playing well individually, but tactically they're making smart choices as well.
And Get Right's in a great position. A great position to get some of these kills. He hears all the footsteps. He knows they're evacuating. This could be great from the lurker. There's the first. Goes for more. Oh, he falls down. Still an opportunity, though. Glaive can't get away. He's trapped up top. Get Right needs to commit to this quick before Glaive's teammate can get into it. And there it is. Dupree now caught out. And Get Right's doing everything. This time they want all of the weapons, and they're going to get it.
This next round would have been a full buy with absolutely everything for Astralis if they could have kept those rifles. They had money on 3 people and not on 2, so stealing those rifles away is massive here for NIP. Such a great job. Now in round number 14, we see the C-set 75s. One of them is on Glaive, so that's fine. Magus, this is something we haven't seen before from Astralis. They've tried the top mid push, but he's just going to execute res up there.
You do like that, because remember, the criticism of Astralis, you know, last year while they were still very good was they just didn't have an X factor. They didn't have someone who was going to make a play like that to like really kind of get you out of a funk. Magisk has been that player. Finding another kill here to give them an advantage. And ooh, just as the smoke clears, Dennis is going to be frustrated with that. He's going to be wondering how he was spotted. Astralis this time have the stack at the right bomb site. Going to be tough for NIP the whole way in.
Yeah, they're going to have to put on a lot of pressure. They can Molotov Glaive, and yeah, that's what they're going to try and do. So he's going to be under a bit of pressure. What a shot from Forrest. He hardly even had the AK up. The 3 takes 2, and Glaive running out of the fire to get that one. Device will end the round. And Astralis now 7-7, tying up the scoreline. I feel like right now, Astralis are just happy to not have fallen completely behind. Their economy's been so shaky throughout this first half. If NIP just put a couple of more rounds on the board, I think that's it.
This is a great half from NIP. Yeah, Astralis is doing their best cliffhanger impression this whole time, having they just barely holding on and barely staying into it. There's a couple times where if they had been reset, it would have just launched NIP into a huge win. Here we go, though. Another play towards mid. Glaive getting aggressive, and if he goes through this smoke, he's going to find out that there's no one mid. Zipnix, one more time, is going to be called upon in this half to defend, and oh, this could be a nightmare for NIP.
Could be, but one good shot through the smoke, and this bomb side is in a little bit of trouble. Dupree is kind of behind, and it is a headshot on Sip, but it's from the Galil, I think, on the other side, so didn't take him down. Big difference.
Yeah, but they heard, I mean, Dink with the Galil and that AK firing. They know there's at least 2 here, and they're just poised. All of us are also starting to rotate. This is going to be very tough for NIP one more time. Dupree can only get 1. There's Zipnix, but he's dropped as well. They've managed it, and now they're in.
Very questionable positions for Astralis. Both of them standing underneath the drop there. That's so dangerous to do. Device and Magisk obviously have to fight for it here. A 2-on-3. Molotov is going to buy a lot of time for them. They can't really challenge it. And going out the window is almost suicide when there's 3 people waiting on the other side. So what are you supposed to do right now? They've got a single flashbang, and I don't know, it'd have to be the all-time greatest flash to open up this bomb side, I feel like. Great flick from Device. He can't make it out. Magisk getting 1, and he can't follow it up. Get right. Norman in 8-7 in favor of NIP at halftime, and we check in with Stunner.
Oh my goodness, it would appear as though the Ninjas in Pajamas are putting on one hell of a show here for every suite in attendance. And if you didn't know, the Asus ROG VIP sofa is up for grabs early on in the morning today, and I'm going to make that happen for someone in this area right about here. Ready? Ready? You better pray to Thor. I'm going to make this happen. All right, come on down. You get to join the sofa. You get to get the luxury seating. Congratulations. I think this place is ready to make some more noise for the Ninjas in Pajamas.
Well, some lucky fan gets to enjoy the casting couch with Stunner.
Yes, indeed. And That arena was pretty early, and there's just so many people in there, and then you can just hear they love it when NIP win every single round. This is going to be exciting. I like talking about Astralis mistakes because don't make that many, but I think having two people under the drop like that, one was a truck and one was under the window, I think that's a mistake.
I mean, I think, yeah, it is tough. Well, it's always tough to tell. Obviously, it fails in that one, right? If Dupree's able to get a second kill, like, they weren't looking at him. They did respond very well. He had a chance to build up on 2. But yeah, it can be difficult to pull off. Do not make too many mistakes. Lekro is calling for an IP, right? He's the in-game leader these days.
Yeah.
And that was, you mentioned it, that was actually a very good tactical T-side for a player who not many people have, you know, written off as, oh my lord. It helps when Forrest is hitting shots like that. He's doing so good with open spaces. There's no one in CT spawn though. Astralis is going to get into the bomb site, so thank God Forrest gets that kill. And actually Device in some trouble as well, but he finds the frag on Electro. Forrest needs to win that, and he does. He's almost unstoppable.
He hasn't even reloaded. He's got 6 bullets right now, just running in and looking for the kills. He's going to get one more headshot. Taking down Snip. Still has not reloaded. He's...
That is unbelievable. Forrest has come to play. 7 kills across both pistol rounds. From start to finish, this round is all his.
Why is he not reloading? Is he just conserving ammo? Thinking about the environment, Moses? This is mental. He's got almost... I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. 9-7.
He's getting to that point now where it looks so easy. And he's getting a beautiful tribute from the Swedish crowd. 9-7. He's put his team in a great position to start off this defense. And here it comes. Fast pace now. Get right. Shut down in the open. But Rez is ready. They line up for him. He obliterates all of his weapons. And he might get the ace. Oh, there it is. All 5 kills. Had to sacrifice Forrest, but it's fine.
That was what, 4 people coming out of the apartment or apartments and nobody checking that corner. That is, I mean, they were obviously thinking that first kill was it, maybe, or like they could maybe get down there, yeah. But still, 10-7, man. This is such a great start for NIP. They've got it on the line right now. Device taking down 1, very dangerous for Dennis. He still gets a double. Oh, he's almost the 3rd one. That could have definitely worked out. He should have probably been dead with no kills whatsoever. And Rez and Glaive having a bit of a fight, and equal trades going on here. MP7 long range for Lekro, not really a favorable fight, but now it gets a bit closer. It can actually work out, and you can tell Magus just wants to buy time. Get right, gonna make sure that does not happen.
You gotta love the stand from Dennis. He realizes you just can't fall back. You're fighting the whole way there, and he sticks to it. Astralis might be thinking maybe Get Right rotated away after getting that kill, but not the case. They're in for a rude awakening if they come here. Lekro takes a lot of damage. There's Get Right, the headshot, the off angle. Zimnik's even read it well. He knows that bomb site intimately, but still can't stop Get Right. Glaive blind. They know he's sticking around. 50 seconds, plenty of time, but 6 HP. And there it is. Get Right to the face. He said he didn't have enough impact yesterday. He's having a hell of a game. It's 16 kills for Forrest. 14 for Get Right. And it's got to be a lot of PTSD for teams when those 2 guys are at the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, the original duo, isn't it? Very, very hard to get by once they get up and running. It's been a really long time, but for him to have a good game here at the semifinals, that would be almost too much to ask for. The Deagles and a couple of P250s, I believe they're on the T side of Astralis now. Didn't really work out for NIP when they tried to run this. When they were on the T side, they didn't have much of an impact with the Deagles, but maybe it could change here. Certainly Astralis have some players that are well known for it. Very defensive setup right now for NIP. Not giving them much of a chance to sneak any kills away. No peeking going on in middle, really. No kind of craziness.
They've used a lot of smokes, though. They only have 2 left. They've already used 3 in the very first 30 seconds of this round, so those start to fade. You can see Astralis is being equally patient and equally far back because they want those smokes to disappear. They want to be able to take that shot. Find those headshots. Create a gap that somebody can exploit. Bomb is still waiting over by A, and it looks like Capri's going to be the first to challenge. And got a pretty nasty deagle as well.
Timing could have been with him just as the smoke was about to land. But Lekro will be just fine securing that kill. Sip, I think, wants to try and take a fight into the A-bomb site. Device coming in from the other angle. Oh, the timing is so good against Rez. He's not going to be happy. He will survive, however, and I guess that's enough. Almost get going down, but the round is going to finish in favor of NIP with a 12-7 scoreline now. 4 rounds away from stealing this map from Astralis. That in itself would be just incredible. Doing a remarkable job. See what Astralis can bring us here now that they have rifles. I'm curious if they're going to have something special prepared here.
Well, they better. They're getting close to that point where another loss and could just be out of the fight. Might just be too far. We know they're phenomenal at comebacks. Look at Dennis. Oh, he wants to put the dagger in. Waiting patiently. Dupree checking for any kind of a push. It's not there. Dupree right around, Dennis right around the corner. Wanted to take that fight when they get to the bottom. He's ready. So much it can be dictated. Oh, the shoulder peek. Dennis is going to go for it. Dupree's ready. What a nice play. Rez taking some damage as well. Everyone from Astralis getting a little bit more aggressive in this round. Magnus is already up, and there's the kill. Getright's got to recover, but he's stuck in the bomb site now. Lekro trying to hold down the 40. Getright's forced action, and he can't do it. Great pressure applied from so many different spots by Astralis.
What a technical win from Dupree in an underpass.
Yeah.
The shoulder peek, he falls back far enough that he can get the rifle out in time. It's all of it really well done. 12-8 here. And Astralis winning their rifle round. That is really, really important. As you said, might have been out of the fight if they couldn't put that together.
Look at all the angles that Astralis is applying pressure. Connector, A-Ramp, and Palace were all fighting at the same time. And even though it was just one player in each, that can look like it's a very individual round, but it's the timing that they're all taking those fights where that teamwork is really, really effective. No one from NIP can group up to eliminate any one player. It's just who's going to win this duel. And unfortunately for NIP, it was Astralis each and every time.
You said when you've got multiple angles and some of the defense falls, especially in that A-bomb site, somebody else has to sort of cover that new angle that's now gone, and it just gets progressively worse every time somebody dies. That is a really good double peek, but they're not quite ready for Dennis. He's going to take one. The follow-up is great for Device. Now it's just trading back and forth, a 3-on-3, and Rez going to be very careful. If he dies here in the middle, that separates both the bomb sites, and there's really no connecting it any longer. And Sip, oh, the fire shot coming out there from Getright. Otherwise, he might actually almost walk into it. Sip's going to go down anyway. What a great peek.
It's good to see Getright playing like this, taking those fights when they present themselves. Feeling confident, obviously, this morning. Dupree working his way up catwalk. Big fight to win for NIP to give them the advantage and keep their map control. It's Lekro who's going to gain the huge positioning, pushing up into these B halls. He doesn't want to go too far, though. You have to stick around. No one else has eyes on B, so Lekro has to be here. That's the one thing. It's the safety of the fact that you have control of these B halls. He needs to be aware that they could have gotten up catwalk with the guns out now. He can take him out, but Dupree realizes it. That has got to be frustrating. The timing not with Lekro, but he had the chance. And now NIP in for a retake. And it's going to be tough. There's utility to use on the Astralis side and no kits.
Yeah, especially with one guy up in the hallways like this. If he makes it all the way past Megis, that's going to be very hard to dig him out of this one. Dupree, also, as you said, has a couple of grenades. Trying to see if they can sneak on in NIP, but they've got to be very quick about this. No kit currently picked up either, and oh, they might just catch Dupree. He was almost looking the wrong way. Gonna get the headshot regardless, and that is now almost impossible for Rez. He has to be really quick to get the jump on. He gets the kill. Oh, I can't believe it. Megis could have tried to stay hidden. They should have just enough time, even without the kid. Very last couple of seconds here, but Rez is gonna get an NIP. So dangerously close to losing that round.
You're right. Magis could have hidden, but I can't even fault him for that play. He has the timing perfect. Rez is jumping up. Look at this peek. He knows here's the footsteps. It goes for the fight, and another universe, he wins that. But what a great retake from Rez and Getright. 8-13.
I'm not sure, Moses. Who are they cheering for right now? They love it.
It's all filled in. NIP, what a miraculous opening map. What a phenomenal opening map.
I think, for me, one of the win conditions for NIP having a good game or even winning a map here would have been Forest and Rez coming alive, and they certainly have. I don't think I was expecting Get Right to come back and play this level right now. That, for me right now, is the main story of what NIP are doing. This has been such a long time coming. He's been, yeah, in a dark place for a long time, and to see him play like this is absolutely fantastic. Now, can they close it out here? They've got a 5-round lead, and Magus, that's one hell of a jump down. Very risky, and catching that first kill is still a big opening in Forest. He can't quite follow it up. Sip will take him down. He did a lot of damage. There should be a big hit, and that look from Device in the middle. That means now you have to spend time and energy trying to find this one. They might want to just save this and wait for it.
They have to. We talked about it the other day, Anders. Against these teams, there's always one last hurdle. No matter what your lead is, no matter how good you're feeling, there's always going to be one more challenge. Great kill from Rez to hunt out Device. Dennis needs to fall away. He's got a rifle, and he's going to lose it. 2 AKs, though, for NIP will be brought into the next round. I think every team attending the Major needs to look at that strategy from Astralis. They've ran it a number of times on Mirage, and it seems to be their go-to when they really, really need a round is get those smokes up, push Magisk a decent amount of way through those B halls, use your utility to get him out and allow him to be an entry fragger, and he's done great with it.
Yeah, that's almost the sort of definitional play from an entry fragger, right? Even if you die the second after you get that kill,
yeah,
you've done what you needed to do.
He creates so much space in that entry, and even though Forrest gets a kill, he can't get the follow-up as well, but I mean, that's the kind of tactic that if you win it so quick and so decisively that the other team just kind of has to save. They have to just kind of give it up.
Slight bit of good news for NIP even losing that round is the fact that they stole 2 AKs and made it into this round with them, so that obviously makes a big difference. 13-9 and 4-round lead. It's
going to lure them into a bye to surround those AK-47s, though, and it's not ideal. Forrest is going to have a CZ, Lekro with the Deagle, Dennis with the CZ, so if you're Astralis, you're loving this at the moment because forcing up around those AKs depletes NIP's economy, so you have a chance to reset them right here and maybe find yourself at 11-12 with relative ease.
Yep, that is always the danger, and it's actually one that NIP have sort of talked about a little bit. I know Fred, when he was for them, was mentioning it a lot, that you save rifles. Yeah, sometimes it'll sort of bait the whole team into following up a buy with it. This is a hard position to take without grenades, though. You gotta hope that Astralis actually do try and grenade out Forest, because if they just dry peek it, the CSET 75 could tear them apart. One good flashbang, but he's going to be unflashed by the time they make it around to the corner. He tries to use the ladder dynamics to make himself a bit faster, jumping off at Lekro with one headshot. He needs another one, but it's not going to happen in time. Device will take him down. And now the rest again. Save the AK-47s here. It will be another round for Astralis.
Right out of
13.
Yeah, right out of spawn, Astralis calls the direct counter. No rifles on that side of the map for NIP. They had both AK-47s playing at the A bomb site. Clean win for the Danish side. They are starting to claw back, but still not forcing that full save, that full eco out of NIP. Still, those 2 AK-47s are going to have a chance to do some work in the next round. Astralis with not enough economy to chase and hunt those down. And I wonder what the adaptation from NIP is going to be, because Astralis has stopped spreading out as much. They've stopped attacking multiple different points. They've really grouped up and focused on trading into bomb sites, and it's done well. Speed bomb site. They've established some success there now, a couple rounds in a row. And this is where the mind games begin. Do NIP over-rotate, or do they think Astralis is going to attack the other side to try and fake them?
Some luxuries right now for Astralis to not have to work against is the AWP, and as you said, when they group up, they don't have to worry about a massive amount of utility right now, because NIP have been poor for a couple of rounds, so that could change. I mean, NIP, if they buy that AWP, and if they start to get some more Molotovs and HGs on the board, that might also change a bit. Rez wanted to take that fight. I really appreciate that. I think that's such a fun way to play.
He had the chance. The question is, how do him and Get Right get together and work at the same point? Great find under the smoke. Opening kill. Get Right's got to be careful. He's not aware of pallets behind him. They're going to get lured right back into that angle, and even Rez almost gets caught. Zipnix is so close to taking the angle. That's one of the pistols down. Forrest gets information at the cost of his life. Still a chance, and Rez wants to go for it. Glaive is waiting. This is huge. Stalemate.
What a dangerous battle. If Rez wins that against Glaive, it's a lot of trouble for the rest. But now they're starting to make their way out. They have the grenades to follow it up. And let's just see what Get Right can do again. He's been having Maybe his best game of the year so far, and Device will take down Lekro. Get right now on the stairwell, waiting and just listening on the other side, trying to figure out when is the right time to pounce on this attack. There's going to be one chance. He gets caught a little bit, and now they know where he is. The bomb is going to be going down. 45 seconds left. Spray not connecting through the box. Then it's moving up. He's going to get taken out. Really, this is all on Get Right. Rez is very low on health at the moment, and he's probably going to get taken down. The shadow showing, and Get Right also going to get caught up from Device. Wanted to find the right timing, almost had it towards CT spawn, but it's 11-13 now, with Astralis winning 3 in a row.
Yeah, I actually think Get Right played that pretty damn well. Just misses his, as you said, the timings aren't with him. Maybe like a half a second peak earlier, and he might be able to pick off one trying to cross into the bomb site. 13-11, still a slight lead. But Astralis starting to build up into this. 7,500 on Magisk, 8,000 on Device. They've got plenty of money. NIP gonna have to have a powerful stand at some point, and once again, Astralis staying grouped up. 4 players over at A. Dupree coming back now, and timing through the smoke. Get Right's gonna stop the first. Now he just needs to live. Flashbang out. Oh, he gets a follow-up. It's brilliance from Get Right.
What a big way to shut down that incoming push, and another one coming through for the smoke. Taking all 4 members of Astralis down, and almost the ace. They're so close. That second challenge as they come up, getting both the kills, and you could see what it did to Astralis as well. They just had no idea how to proceed from there on out. Absolute brilliance, top of the scoreboard now. A vintage performance here from the legend, 21 kills. He's doing a remarkable job once again.
That is so beautiful. These are not easy fights to win. These are just heads-up duels against some of the best players in the world. Off angle that Magisk couldn't handle, and obviously Beauty just to stop the plant. 14-11. Everything going right for the Ninjas. Get Right 21, Forest 19, Rez at 18. The other side, it's Device at 19, Dupree and Zipnix both at 18. Not doing bad whatsoever. No one really dropping off in any way.
And in some sense, if you're Astralis and you call that A play and all you run into is one M4 at the CT spawn, that's kind of a dream scenario.
That's exactly what you want. You're right.
Great. No AWP, guy with an M4, probably just grenade him out of there, and then you lose 2 people before you even really get a chance.
Well, Get Right's been doing that for the history of CSGO, hasn't he? They're going to go right back at him. They're just like, all right, let's see if we can do it twice. Smoke down. And once again, NIP, 3 players towards the B bomb side, same play, and he's trapped now. He can't get away to spawn. This is going to be way more difficult than last round. Biding his time. He's got to look left, and Zipnix has got him. That is a tough position to be in if you're Get Right, even despite the brilliance of last round, and I think NIP have to save. They don't have any money behind this. These 3 rifles need to just back off right now. Astralis has already won. And this is going to start training NIP. You can't do any more of those stacks at the beginning of round. You need to put 2 players at A, because Astralis has now established 2 rounds in a row at the B bomb site. They've attacked the A bomb site as a group 2 rounds straight and won one of them. So if you're NIP, you have to fall back into something more standard, because they're having success on a lot of different points of the map.
Maybe a bit bold, calling the same strat twice, but they obviously felt like they saw that weakness and decided to go for it. Rez again says the rifles have to live. They're doing a great job. That's going to be the last of the kills in this round. 12-14.
Oh, Zipnix actually goes down. That's actually a pretty big deal. Miscue from Zipnix.
I feel like we're getting our money's worth here, Moses.
Oh, absolutely.
You never know what it's going to be like when you're playing Astralis. Obviously, they were looking really good yesterday, and I guess...
But what have we seen in every single series they've played? Remember, they've played the majority of their series, I think, have been the first games of the day. And we've always seen them start slow and come alive around, you know, right at the end of map 1 into map 2. And then it's just that old classic Astralis comes out. Look at this push towards holes. There's the first kill, but oh, what a follow-up. Get Right is going to be called upon again, and he can't do it. Dupree has picked up pace. You want to talk about a vintage performance. Dupree matching Get Right blow for blow.
What an absolute lunatic. Why did he do that? Just handling the double holes push is so difficult, right? And then once he got those, you thought, all right, if it's one of those rounds, we'll just roll with it.
This is going to be all tied up. This is a nightmare for NIP. Astralis has just, down the stretch, even in losses, they have just ruined the economy of NIP. This is a very harsh reset. At 14-12, the worst kind. NIP is going to have to full save. They can't even do any kind of a half buy in the next round. They just have to sit there with the USPs. Because even after that, the buy is not going to be great. Free's got an ace. He's got all 5.
He was waiting for it the whole time. Did he somehow read into the Matrix and just realize that was going to happen?
He's just done, isn't he?
That was a little bit crazy. I'm not going to lie.
That propels him to the top of the scoreboard. 24 frags for Dupree. And these are all precise shots. I think it's all headshots in this, doesn't he?
Yep.
Follows this up, and it's all instant. There's no chance of anyone winning these fights.
That's a little bit scary if you're on the NIP side here. Just got to be worried about that. Now they're back to pistols, as you mentioned. The economy broken by the Danes for the minute, and they're ready for this group. Facing coming to free. Actually not quite able to get the right lineup, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But they still managed to survive in the middle, and more chaos coming through here from the Astralis side. They clean up the round very quickly. Dupree now at 25 kills after that streak in the last round, and now it's all tied up 14-14. This is going to go the whole stretch of the map. What a performance from both teams right now. This is so enjoyable.
Astralis winning 6 of the last 7 rounds to tie things up. NIP, a desperate buy here. Light on utility, 1 kit on Get Right. And they have not been able to figure out what's coming from Astralis in quite some time. Desperate situation for the Swedes. Astralis, this is going to be a pinch onto the A bomb site. Bomb is over here. Device, Glaive, and Dupree to attack initially. Magisk and Zipnix coming up. Actually, it's going to be a fake. Zipnix and Magisk, with this attention over towards the A bomb site, they could choose to boost up, but they're just going to get to the top of Connector at the moment. They're going to put Magisk in a great position. Lekro and Forest. What can you provide? Get Right's on a hunting mission, though, and this is great. He can find the information, but Magisk is just... This is a scary position for NIP fans watching.
Absolutely. The fact that he got in here behind that double smoke, and now he's walking in. Is he going to get shot in the back by Rez? It could just happen. Yes, indeed. Oh, Meg is going to win the fight. Mid-air, taking down Rez. What a headshot. And now on the bomb site, they have to hold. Forest and Lekro. This has to stay alive. Lekro only gets the 1, and the rest is on Forest. He's going to only get the kill. Just so hard to transfer that spray. They are in so much trouble right now. NIP and at top mid. Sip is ready and waiting. Get Right's managed to run past, but if he keeps running, Glaive will hear it. Yeah, I think Glaive will heard that now up in the hallways. That should be a bit of a tell. And Dennis from the other side coming in. This is, again, a nearly impossible retake for NIP. Device is absolutely ready for that one. Again, the audio has been called in. There's 1 headshot, and the follow-up should be there. 15-14 map point. And a few solitary Astralis fans here at the arena. They feel bold enough now, Moses. Stand up.
Yeah, right. They're feeling better now. Oh, no. NIP falling flat right at the end, and that decision not to save those 2 weapons at the end of that last round, this buy is so busted. 1 Deagle, 4 UMPs. If ever there was a time for some magic, it's right now.
I'm absolutely ready for a classic Lekro round here. Get that Deagle in play. Look for those kills.
The only round NIP has won in the last 8 is Get Right with the 4 kills. Decent trades. Dennis behind the pillar, and Zipnix, no, I think he does. Yeah, he realized it. He was waiting for that peek. An impossible situation for Dennis. Get Right as well, pushed up down a ramp.
Gonna fake the audio of that smoke. Sip hears it going up, and he might have thought that was thrown from inside the bomb side. At least that was what Get Right was hoping for. He's on the other side of it, so let's just see. 3 more kills. This would be a heartbreaking loss for NIP, putting so much effort and skill into winning this first map. Just need a little bit more to push it into overtime now. Personally, would love that. Rez still controlling the window, but it looks like now Astralis are going back to that group. How do you stop that with UMPs? I mean, this is going to be nearly impossible. If they make their way up connector right now, Get Right would have a long-range fight, UMP versus AKs, and they have grenades as well. I don't see that working out.
No, there's no advantages here for NIP. Get Right. It's great that he's on a ramp. Great that he has this. No, there's Lekro. Finds the first. A 3-on-3, and that might allow Get Right to play this passively and wait for his teammates. If he can find a time to pound. Zipnix is planting safe. Right, investigating. He sees nothing.
Oh, that safe plan is always a bit scary. If Magisk is the last one left, that could be really awkward. Let's find out. 3-on-3, and absolutely everything is on the line right here. NIP need to retake this bomb site, get this defuse, and force it into overtime, or Astralis Gonna win the first map of the semifinals. You can see Get Right getting close now. Flashbang gonna go in. That gives away his position, so he's gonna have to do something now. The rest are starting to come in from the jungle as well. Sip opening up, doing a little bit. Meg is getting the kill. Dupree with the follow-up, and it's a perfect shutdown. 16 to 14, and Astralis make their way back and steal the map away from NIP. Again, they are the best team in the world, and the kind of fortitude that you saw here in the second half is the reason why.
Yeah, that really shows. 8 of the last 9 rounds going to Astralis. Now, they had to dig deep into the playbook. There were some sick strategies coming out there from Astralis. They really had to get tactical to take that one. Performances from Forest, Rez, and Get Right squandered in this opening map loss, but that is a dangerous NIP. If anyone thought they were just going to fold in this semifinal, a lot of people thought they would just fold in this semifinal.
Yeah.
At least they've shown that they're not going to. They're going to go down swinging.
Absolutely. Great performance from them. Really impressive. Again, seeing the whole team come online. And, I mean, when you're 16-14,
Do you believe in Nip Magic?
I think there's a resounding yes, Moses. They are so ready for it. NIP on the T side, as you said, and Astralis on the CT side. Glaive actually with the smoke on the C set 75. I mean, he is good with it. Let's see if he can get something done here towards the ramp room. They're actually going to be pushing up. They want to fight this. And what a job! Knockout play from Sip. But a quick return, and he's going to have to fall back here. So, was that actually worth it? Big question right now. 4-on-4 probably will favor the NIP side, even if it might have shocked them a little bit. And they're going to be ready for him around the corner. They're getting very close to that smoke. I don't think they're going to stop. They're going to try and run right through. Gets one headshot. So much damage being output there. And slowing him down. Dennis goes down to the device. That must have been outside somewhere. And now it's Rez and Forest. How did they get the bomb plant in a 2-on-3? They have a minute left. And Dupree stone cold in that one. Stopping Forest. Rez. Another nearly impossible 1 versus 3 here.
Sublime rotations from Astralis as that inner bomb set is under pressure. NIP, their pistol rounds on this T side make so much out of the fact Forrest and Dennis, two of the best pistol players in the world, but Dennis has had a really tough time. They're kind of letting him be isolated and find his one-on-ones and find his duels with the pistols, and unfortunately he hasn't delivered in this series. In the pistol rounds, Rez now. 30 seconds remaining. That was a necessary kill to get. They now have the information, and he can't even make his way up top. You can see Magisk has retreated. He's there to stop any play, so it's got to be a 1-on-2 inside the bomb site, and he still has to get the plant. He needs to hurry up. He needs to stop walking. He needs speed. He needs something immediate, and he's got it. Can he spin and find one more? At least going to get the bomb planted.
This is huge. How has he even done this? Now, opening the door. Oh, he knows they're coming for him. Hasn't had a chance to reload yet. Going to try and fall back out the other way. They do not have a kit picked up on that side yet. Rez, he's finally going to go down. A lot of people, myself included, wanted to believe for that last stretch that that could work out. He got way closer than he should have been.
He really did. Was that Dupree that he picked off in that inner bomb set? I'm not even sure why Dupree was looking in the other direction, but really tense battle over towards ramp room early. Good on NIP for jumping through to get those trades to make sure that they can get into the lower bomb site. Just losing too many players along the route. Astralis whittling those forces down. And just too tough of a situation for Rez. The plant, though, is going to help out immensely. They're all going to get that third round buy. You can see basically a full save. Some upgraded pistols, no utility. Willing to throw this round in the bin. Glaive, aggressive outside on the defense. He's doing so much. He's so difficult to stop. They do find him. But Device with the M4 reigns supreme. There's nothing NIP can do against that. It'll be a second round for them as Forrest is the last remaining and just crossing his fingers for a headshot that can give him a miraculous second kill. Not even going to happen. But here come the AKs.
Yeah, that's what Rez did for them in planting that bomb. Is the fact that they can buy in this round. So definitely not insignificant. But a good shutdown outside, and we saw this from Astralis when they were playing Nuke earlier in the tournament, how they like to be quite aggressive early on in the yard, like put a lot of pressure on so that the T-side have to worry about all the time being rushed down some close SMG play.
There we go, Retro, some early utility. Looking for anyone from Astralis to make a mistake and peer in towards Hut. Glaive. Zipnik's a crossfire outside. Actually, Zipnik's with that pop flash, perhaps waiting to thrust it. Yeah, he's going to do it now. There's going to be a peek. Glaive trying to survive. Smoke coming in.
But that might actually be, yeah, they might be very suspicious of that smoke. Saying, why would someone throw that if there was someone under the, well, down the stairs? Makes a lot more sense if there's someone close by. Going to make his escape anyway, Glaive, but that was kind of a little bit of a tense situation. That's actually Magus getting the kill on Get Right, but it looked like maybe there could have been an opportunity there for Glaive to sneak in a kill. He will fall all the way back, and Sip hasn't hurt anyone. They are trying to see if they can make their way through. If they sneak through Mini, they need the opening kill, otherwise it's going to get shut down, and Magus well aware and very alert to get that kill on Dennis. Device will take down Forrest, and trading is a little bit late now in the round to try and do that. It's always good to get kills, but they really want to win this round in IP with the early buy.
It's going to be so tough. Good kill. Oh, that follow-up could have been the one they needed. Lekro, completely blind. They know where he is. He's got to try and do something miraculous. 27 seconds, and he's going to go down. A free upgrade to a rifle for Dupree. Great round from Astralis, stalling NIP out outside. No progress can be made there.
Really, really well done. And I think the problem is 1-on-3s like that, when you only have 30 seconds, you can't really pull any tricks, right? You just want to win the straight-up fight, and it wasn't happening. Great round from Aegis. Key's doing a good job being fairly mobile, which is the power of that position up in heaven, right? You could really be almost everywhere.
Yeah, you can help out so many different locations on the map. And why not put perhaps... I mean, Magisk is one of those players who just likes to be in the thick of it. He likes to be inside of the chaos, so more than willing to rotate fast to kind of support. Not too timid on it as well. Dennis and Rez to head outside. Eagles on those players. Lekro brought down low. Device might get tested here, but he's got Glaive in the warehouse. Relative safety in this defense, especially with the M4 at range.
When the grenade behind the container, that's a lot of damage. Glaive on the other side. That's a great shot. Rings through the corner of the red container. Need more kills. Lekro wants a beautiful double headshot. Yeah, he wants the shot. How is that possible? What a god, and now get ready! But the kill is so close! But Sip is gonna survive the scare. We're gonna need to see a replay of this play from Lekro.
What a freak. These are such disgusting shots. I mean, the presence of mind as well for dupreeh, but this one, maybe a mouse to, I don't know why Magisk is jumping out of there, but still a tough shot to hit, and Lekro delivers in a big way. Gave him a chance. Takes so much money. Look at the economy now of Astralis. That was so necessary.
That grenade, no, it goes a little bit further up than I was expecting. The Molotov on the ground to try and cancel out the smoke is a nice little trick if you want to block that wall off, and that's what Astralis tried to do, but they were too early with it, so the wall is still up, and now NIP going to try and see if they can make their way down. Device, he loves playing this corner. He gets one shot, then falls back around, and NIP know it. Great homework here for the Swedish team. You could really tell they knew that he was going to be waiting there. And obviously the Molotov and the grenade confirms it as well.
We've seen so many players get caught off guard by that angle from Device, and just one flashbang neutralizes it. You're right, very well done, but I mean, Astralis is not fooled out by anything. There's no illusions about where NIP want to attack, where the main force is. And look at this setup they have. This is going to be so difficult. Device holding the cross. They need to save a smoke for the plant. They have to use their Molotovs here. dupreeh's forced up. That's a good start. Smoke down, but still Device holds the cross. And dupreeh is safe for the moment. There's one kill. He's going to go for more. That's the bomb down. And Forrest eventually there to shut it. But there's just been too many losses. Great hold from Astralis.
It's just a great job, isn't it? 30 seconds again for a 1 versus 4. He's already got the 1 kill, tapping away and taking down 25 seconds. He is looking for the straight ace clutch to try and get back in this game. That would be a bit of a miracle once again. He's picked up the bomb and he wants to go upstairs, making a bit of noise. He's trying to see if he can juke them out and just be as noisy as possible. Maybe they're going to be looking the wrong way, but they're hiding in the corner in the 3. Oh, he's stuck in him going down! How has he done it? Now it's a one-on-one. Magus coming in. He's just out of the bomb. Forrest, he needs one more kill. We'll be in historic clutch if he can do it. The grenade landing on top. He's down to 50. Oh!
Forrest continues his tear. This is his city, and he shuts it all down. An amazing clutch. Frustration for Astralis, and the crowd is on its feet.
The clutch of a century, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1. How can that even be real?
He's loving it as well, playing to the crowd. He can hear it even through the booth. What a show he's putting on. We do have a small technical delay. It's getting restarted now. Forrest might have just broken the server.
Yeah, broke the whole game, didn't he? Stockholm is on fire now. I can't believe that he's done that. It's the time that's left that makes that so improbable. They knew where he was. He got hold of them anyway.
I mean, it's just the sense that he's feeling the game in such a way that he even checks the corner for Xyp9x. I mean, there's just so many different places that his opponent could have been to just fall easily. And he's able to find that kill right before the plant and even get away before Magis turns the corner. That is tough. And remember, because of the 3 kills from Lekr0 with that deagle, the economy for Astralis is not great. So NIP, while they've been stumped a little bit on the offensive side, in fact, their tactics haven't looked good. They haven't really put too much of a dent. It is that miraculous performance from Forest and Lekr0 that has put them in a position where they can reset this economy and really get things going on this T side. They have to contend with the op of device now. They have 2 UMPs, Astralis. And outside of that, it's just some pistols and light utility.
Yeah, this is a very questionable buy coming up from the Danish side, and you're right, winning 4 rounds in a row. You expect more, you want more out of this buy. It's not happening right now. Still, Device lethal with that AWP. We'll see if he can take it down into the tunnels down to B again, or if he's going to be playing more aggressively on the stairwell. He does that sometimes too. NIP winning that round. Surely, forget adrenaline, Moses. That's going to be like jet fuel in the veins of NIP right now. That's got to get them fired up.
We always talk about those rounds can really ignite something across the team. But Astralis, their utility can shut that down, can start to feel hopeless. Rez down at 50 HP already just from a nade. Rez and Forest outside, but Dennis has already led the way along that smoke wall. Glaive investigating below. Oh no, well, okay. At least he's still hitting headshots, but Lekr0's gonna find one to make up for it. Thankfully, an attempted lobby crunch. He gets forced back.
Let's see what they could do. A little bit of nerves on the outside. You could tell they were slightly fired up for that one. The Device is very far back towards CT spawn, in fact, and he's a very passive angle out here. You can see a lot of the yard, but still, he's lost track of at least a couple of them. 55 seconds for NIP, and the bomb is still quite far back, so eventually they've got to make up their minds. But where they want to go, don't want to be running out of time. That actually does happen on Nuke a fair bit of the time.
Well, Dupree is alone in this upper bomb site. What an amount of faith. Glaive is lower. There's going to be a smoke out. Get right just closes the door right back up, forces Glaive into a play. He's got one, and they're going to fall back. Xyp9x now pushes ramp room, catches Lekr0 off guard. Get right's got a hold. He's got to contain this push. And Dupree able to find him in this aggression. These UMPs have done too much, and Rez no chance. Astralis responds. What a juggernaut. 4 on 5 with lesser weaponry, and they still hold on.
I wonder if NIP were expecting Astralis to be more aggressive, because they were hitting that pause button for a long time. They were hoping probably for a ramp push or even in the hallways again, and they just didn't really get it. So,
I mean, it's even that. I mean, remember down below there's a 2-on-1. There's Dennis and Forest against Glaive with the UMP up top. It was Dupree against potentially 2, and Xyp9x to push up. That was alone. So NIP had their fights. Forced by from the Swedish side. Device is going to be aggressive, finds Rez getting up top. Knows there's one of the silo as well. That's the one AK they have. Completely blinded was Forest, and he falls away.
I was going to say, it is Forest up there, so you really never know. This is Lekr0 taking down Device. Beautiful headshot with the scout. Follow-up nearly for Dennis. He was close enough to have an impact there against Dupree, but not quite happening. If they can recover anything, maybe they can steal that AWP outside. They really want to get past this. Forest, a good opening. Dupree, he's got the better angle, but Forest still takes him down. Hear it now. He's just trying to wrap around. Silence. The whole crowd is waiting to see what is going to be the next move for Forest. He's done so much work already. 2-on-3 here, and they've got a little bit of time still to work with. Get right there with the bomb, and Lekr0's just holding it, making sure they're not getting shot in the back from potentially those B stairs.
This is a cool play, though. Magis has pushed in towards lobby. He's coming back to investigate in the upper bomb side, but Xyp9x is going to be behind him as well. And I don't know if NIP will expect both players coming from this direction. Forest going to get dropped. Off angle inside hut. Xyp9x there to protect as well. It's a 2-on-2. And Lekr0 still has the scout. Getting spam, taking damage and moving in. Get right's got to be careful. Xyp9x wrapping around. Big kill. And again, Astralis control the situation. Just barely, but they do it. NIP surely going to force buy after this one. They know the money has to be low for Astralis still.
But it wouldn't be AKs. Their round loss bonus is not big enough. They could still do it, because you're right. Surviving in a one-on-one like that, it's very tempting to keep doing it. 6-1 though. This is such a close game. The scoreline doesn't reveal it, but the rounds most certainly do. Those were some tough positions for an NIP to guess.
It's just so smart. When you push in, if you're Magisk, you're clearing out one part of attack. You know no one from NIP is going to be coming ramp room or squeaky door, so you can feel so comfortable taking those off angles, especially due to the fact that Xyp9x is pushing up as well, so you're also joining up with the teammate to work together. So well played from Astralis in those scenarios. Oh, Rez with a great response. Glaive goes back for more.
Took his face right over the deagle. That might prompt the rest of Astralis to not take too many fights outside. You really don't want to lose a second player in that fashion. Magisk is trying to be as safe as he can. This is a spot that people peek, though. You don't want to be completely careless in this position. Going for it a bit more there. Very dangerous. Gonna live through it for now. Again, if Astralis don't give NIP many opportunities to fight until they are on the bomb side, that's the ideal position to be in. Good movement from Device, staying elusive, and that will be the round. 7-1 in favor of Astralis. And here's the heartbreaking thing, though. All the energy that NIP has put into keeping that economy low, the fact that they survived with 4 members in this round, big relief for the Danes.
It's getting to that point. I mean, that's a difficult situation for Device to handle. I mean, NIP peaking 3 players. Yeah, it's a narrow choke point, but one's dropping, one's swinging, and another one's following up on that. Still can't handle Device. It's getting to feel like NIP at some point is going to have to break this economy if they want to get into this game. 1-7. Here come that utility work, and there's a gap in that smoke. The Molotov dropped on the ground to prevent that. 4 smokes outside at the moment, 1 towards ramp room. The early pressure.
Look at what the gap does. Device knows no one's down here. He can call that into the rest of the team, saying absolutely nobody's passed. He's kept an eye on that the whole time, so big giveaway. Now they're going to try and see if they can burst out onto the A-bomb side. Rez with 1 big opening. They need a bit more. Forrest is going to be in charge of the second kill, and Dennis is there to shut down Glaive. Much better entry this time. NIP making this round work beautifully for themselves. Xyp, he was pretty quick with the flank, but they were all dead anyway.
Yeah, you need to at least stall out a little bit if you're that initial defense, and Xyp9x can't even go for this. Magisk is already far back away. There goes Get Right. They want to try and get this done. Xyp9x picking around, but he's winning these fights. Actually, they can go for this. Look at the timer on the bomb. This is going to draw Magisk back in. The retake is on.
Want to move a bit closer. That smoke, though, is really annoying in Mini. That means he's going to have to wait. Maybe. I think he would have definitely gone for the shot at least, right?
The health as well for Xyp9x. He says, yeah, I've given us a chance, but I don't have the HP to fight for it. They wanted to. Almost some mistakes from NIP, but they are going to get their second round.
They all escaped the bomb, even if Forrest was close. So 7-2. Only 2 rifles being saved there for the Astralis team. Right now, Device 13-5. He is having a great game. On the other side, Get Right is slowed down a lot. He used all of that booster in the first map, didn't he?
He really did. He's having a tough time. It can be difficult on Nuke, and if anyone is going to be mentally resilient to handle it, it would be Get Right. All the experience. They're aware of potential for outside. They're doing a great job with this smoke wall. Worth the value of that Molotov to stop it. They've got a lot of information, and it forces another smoke out of NIP just so that Rez can cross. And meanwhile, Dupree found that kill. They drop down into the vents. Check lower. Big win for Rez. Big trade to find a gap. And now he's moved into warehouse. Device. That's a pretty nasty angle that I'm not sure NIP can handle.
He's not very exposed right now. He's got a good vision here of the yard. They're hugging the wall and getting into Mini right now. If they get in there, they can actually maybe surprise Magisk. 1 flashbang. Magisk is in a little bit of trouble right now. 1 tap and an easy follow-up headshot. That's a remarkable double kill. That looked way easier than it should have been. Almost catching that one, but Lecro, again, 1 versus 4 here, and gonna get shut down from Xyp. Now Astralis are really holding on to this first half. They've overcome all the pressure in the beginning, and you can tell they've got their hands firmly around NIP's neck right now.
Yeah, they bend, but they don't break ever. This is stunning from Magisk. Beautiful headshots as they come in, and that surely NIP had to have felt like it was their round. They had everything they could have wanted to pinch onto the upper bomb site. The problem as well, no one in lobby to really peek hut at the same time as that's happening, so Magisk was able to just focus on that mini garage. 8-2, NIP pretty stumped here on this T side. Every time they win a round, they get returned upon. Astralis is able to just kind of stand up and make sure they can't build any momentum.
And mentally, bringing it so close, the 1 versus 5, or I guess the 1 versus 4 clutch from Forest, and then all the time having Astralis so close to Eco, you know you've got it, you just need a couple of more rounds, and they just couldn't get it. That means you're expending just so much emotion, continuously fighting for it, and right now, they must feel a slight bit flat. They know that Astralis is going to have even more time now to build an economy as they save in this round, or at least just buy Deagles. Missed opportunity there. Device. Dangerous game against the Deagle.
He's got Glaive to help protect the mini. Hold the line, and that's a triple kill. Great spinning shot. Just res outside. Glaive is going to get 4 kills in total. Line in the sand, and NIP cannot cross. 9-2 now as Astralis. You're right, that economy's starting to balloon. Zipnix at 8,000. Hold the line, and that's a triple kill. Great spinning shot. Everyone else sitting right around 5,000. A little bit
Glaive
low.
is
going to get 4 kills. Another round with Deagles, and we've seen it be dangerous for NIP, but you can't really rely on those to get those 3 or 4 kills every single time. You're not going to get that kind of a miraculous run out of Lecro each and every time he buys a Deagle.
And especially as we can tell, Astralis are being so defensive in that yard setup. They really are not giving them any opportunities. Yeah, right. Maybe hoping for the fight with the C-set. 75 is a good headshot angle. Down on the low ground. There's Lecro with 1, and Magus, he's getting run over. I can't believe that he gets that spray in. And then Glaive with a follow-up from Mini. That looked like he was about to simply get run down, but not the case. 10-2. Astralis dangerously close now for making the grand finals. NIP need to come up with some sort of last-ditch effort. Another ace?
Yeah, it would be nice, right? Another 1 versus 5? Why not? Crowd trying to get NIP back into it. They can use every advantage they can get their hands on. Who's going to be the next player to step up for the Ninjas? Trying to cross this time. There is no gap in the smoke, and they don't care. They're out in the open. They want to find Glaive and Mini. They know he's going to be there. But again, he's just so good. Magisk comes in to bail him out. Rez doesn't even get the peek off, but look, it's Forest. He's gotten all the way underneath. They have no idea he's here.
It should be the opening, but actually before he even gets there, Six is still going to work out the timing. Maybe he's just going to be scratching his head, just wondering how did that actually work out for him. And now Glaive, a bit of a flashbang, but he snuck into a great corner. Very hard for NIP to check because they've got so many other angles to worry about. The smokes, though, are near perfect for NIP, just making sure that there's a very limited number of positions they have to deal with. Glaive still gets the kill, and from GetRight's point of view, it's a disaster. Device taking him down, 11-2 now, and nearing the end of the first half.
NIP's got to be so frustrated that they get to that lower bomb site. I mean, you could expect one player to be somewhere, that's Glaive, but to have Device ready to go as well, that's got to be just so heartbreaking that Astralis is reading you in this fashion. Unfortunately, I mean, Forrest had that great position, just too many players falling before he can really capitalize on it. 11-2 for Astralis. You have to imagine this is going to have to be such an incredible defense from NIP, and Device just tracking Lecro. Sees him around the edge of the smoke and follows it perfectly.
Quick to fall back down, gets the call, and the grenade is incredibly good, landing all 4 players, but a bit of a drive-by shot from Dennis. A good return from Sip, and again, they're holding on to it just fine. Not much cover for Sip in this position, but the M4 is just the superior weapon. Yeah, right. Again, left. I feel like he's been alone for a lot of this, and Device will take him down 12-2 and moving into round number 15.
Astralis controlling everything, and they haven't once been confused about where NIP is going, and their rotations are just perfect. They're getting players, you could see, even upon opening that door and trying to get into the bomb site, Zipnik's already there, knowing where that next piece of contact is going to come from. 12-2 as Astralis piles on. One last round for NIP to get some breathing room. Looks like it's going to be fast upper as well. Molotov's out. This is the danger. It's just Forrest coming in for a duel, but so much utility. What are you supposed to do? And Zipnik right behind that smoke. NIP shut down already. Dennis doesn't have any HP for a fight. Now he's got absolutely nothing. It's only Get Right waiting for that peek. He finds the kill, but he's taken too much damage.
I don't know, Moses, if many teams are going to be playing Astralis on this map in the future. This is just so brutal. Even when they're close to breaking, they just stay alive. 13-12 in their favor. They're 3 rounds away from making the grand finals. We've got Stunners with us over at the arena.
I'm in the arena. I'm in the most comfortable spot that I could possibly find, of course, alongside these gentlemen who did win this. That's right, we're in the Asus ROG VIP sofa. Is this not the place to be, boys?
It is. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what's going on with NIP right now? What do they got to do?
Believe. And I gotta start hitting those shots. Get ready to step up.
Oof. Just like that. But you know, I think the only way that the Ninjas of Pajamas can do this is on these computers right here. Look at these beautiful computers. My goodness. This is the Asus ROG Strix SL12. My God, is this not a beast? All the tournament computers are this. And if you're not playing on that, you'll likely miss some shots. I'm just going to call it how I see it. Either way, Jason, what do you have for us? Is NIP going to pull this one back, or what's the deal, man?
Magic is all spent. I don't know.
They've had so many chances.
No one's even booing me in the crowd. I think they're all spent too.
Yeah?
Stockholm, is NIP making this comeback happen?
There we go.
Yeah, keep it up. Here we are. Forest would love another pistol run out of him, wouldn't they?
Just might be down to him. If they can make it work, probably will be his work making it done. There's the classic headshot coming out, taking down Glaive. He's just fighting all over the place. What
Oh, no.
is this madness? How can he keep doing it? He just wants more of it. Still not reloading and just taking these fights left and right. 3 versus 5 now, and Astralis have got to be shaking their head too. Just like, how do we control someone who is this crazy? Rez finally going down, and the bomb will be planted here in Forest. Getting shot in the back, but he still stays alive, and Vegas losing the fight to Electro. This is a good start. Device trying to be sneaky, turning around, watching for Forest to come in, and he finally gets rid of him, but the bomb is pretty much alone right now. If anyone gets on that defuse, it's going to be down to the Pre to try and stop it, and the burst fire close range, jumping in, a little bit of a trick throw now, closing the door. He's ready for it, and out of bullets, able to pick up that win.
Oh, NIP, what a tough spot to be in. That retake getting pinched by Device. That was great positioning, great. Fight selection from him and Get Right clutching it out. Beautiful stuff. Forrest is just bloodthirsty, but at the moment, it's just someone else needs to step up beside him. Astralis, if you only have to contain one player, if it's only Forrest you have to worry about, you can find a way around that, and they almost do. 3-13, so the first step is there. At first win on this long, difficult path.
The beginning here. Just taking down. Oh, wow. Dead before he hit the ground from that shot. Dupree in control of the silo. We're feeling like a king right now. 4-on-4. Still, the next round is going to be the real dangerous one. Just chewing them apart with that auto shotgun.
Oh, it's got to be frustrating for Get Right. Probably feeling like nothing's gone his way. But a second round. I can't imagine Dennis has ever been killed in that fashion throwing that grenade.
No, probably not, right? Felt like it was just going to be the safest grenade throw from back there.
Well, here we are. Astralis with that plant and the pistol. They are buying AK-47s on the board. NIP with their next big test.
When they were playing the CT side last time, Get Right actually was really effective with the auto shotgun. Lecro's going to get caught, and you wish he had a bit of backup out there. Even just a flashbang or anything like that from a teammate would have been valuable. They must keep winning. Forrest is already down. Astralis, they are quick on the bomb site here. And now Get Right, can he get the sneak in? Almost making a bit of noise. They hear it coming. He still wins the fight and helps his teammates out. 3-on-3 now. He's back into it. They're trying to see if they can make this one work. The bomb is miles away at the moment. And Get Right sneaking to the smoke and getting the kill on Sip. And Astralis have forgot about the bomb. What are they doing?
I was going to say, that bomb is all the way back towards T-spawn. Astralis, and they've got an auto shotgun between it. Yeah, Get Right only has 5 HP, but he can be in so many different spots. This is going to be weird. The pre up in heaven, this could be the counterplay, and Dennis is down. And Get Right has got to just be so worried. This is the problem with the shotgun. It looked great on those first 2 kills, right? But where do you put yourself in position now with 5 health?
I almost thought he was going to fall to his death there. That was very close, it seemed like. Let's just see. Hiding, waiting, hoping that they're going to come to the bomb site. And oh, he gets the kill on the pre. Such good timing. And he realizes probably the Device is going to try and switch it up. He doesn't want anything to do with that shotgun. He's hiding in the vent. Device is going to be there in time. It looks like he has the upper hand right now. Looking for it. Get Right does have a Molotov, so if Device... Oh, he's going to go for the plant right in front. Trying to get up. Yeah, he wants the grenade. What a mind game. Throwing it on top of Device. He somehow got out of the vent. I can't believe it. No bomb plant. And now Get Right's waiting on the other side. He's almost done this. The triple needs the quad kill for the clutch. Oh! Look at the face grenade as well.
Well, you need your big star players to deliver, and Get Right experiencing a resurgence in this series. What a clutch. Outplaying Device, 5 HP. Sweden's favorite son getting an ovation here in Stockholm.
Have you ever heard anything like this? So incredibly loud inside of that arena. And Get Right. We've had the Forest clutch, now the Get Right clutch. This really is the vintage NIP we were seeing here. It's beautiful. 13-5. They've had the opportunities. They've had the miracle comebacks. Now they need to follow it through.
Yeah, they have the chance now. Forest has delivered. Get Right has delivered. They need to keep it up. A long road to go. It's 5-13. Don't fool yourself into believing just yet. 8 rounds between these 2 teams.
He's saying, "You talking to me?" He does love it, doesn't he? 13-5. Countdown has begun again. The crowd will be happy to hear. Astralis just don't have any money to work with right now. NIP should be able to breathe easy a little bit before the chaos continues. I cannot believe that Get Right is on top of the scoreboard of his team. Remember, he had like 2 or 3 kills in that first half total for the first 15 rounds. I think the first 9 or 10 rounds he had 0 kills. And what kind of comeback is this just for him individually?
Well, bomb's going to get planted in the lower site, but it's only 1 player down there, no one else from Astralis now. This is actually pretty tense. Zipnix has a great location. There's 1 player hiding in the smoke by vents. There's a lot of traps set up for NIP. They've got to handle this well. First kill, spins to get Zipnix. That should be the danger. Yeah, NIP. A pretty confusing scenario. Tough to give up the plant, but they've handled this well. Device just going to go for 1 or 2 kills here at the end. Not even going to happen. A 6th round for the Ninjas.
Well done indeed. Holding on to that. That looked, I agree, it looked scary for a minute because you never know if, once you're trying to get to the bomb, if you're going to get shot down from someone hiding in a corner. So, good job on Rez.
It's very easy to lose your focus and just kind of rotate down lower once that bomb gets planted immediately. Got to be patient, use the full timer, and they did exactly that, clearing out the corners. Rez knew Zipnix was coming behind him from ramp room. Heads up plays all around.
Get right back on that auto shotgun. No one can question that any longer. Crow hoping that someone's going to make that jump down. He's certainly ready for it.
It's just so wild. Astralis has just walked all the way outside to below with no smoke wall.
Yeah.
They don't care about anything. And NIP has no clue they're here. No one's even in the lower bomb site.
It's even worse. It's not even the fact that no one spotted them. It's the fact that when they look out there are no smokes to even signal that someone might have done it. So it's kind of like a double surprise when they eventually show up here. And that might actually be a big problem. Although Lekro gets the kill on Dupree. The kind of start that you really want. Magus and Sip are starting to get their way back out onto the yard as well. So they still maybe need to do something here. But let's see if this push in the hallways could really open this up. And Device is hoping that someone eventually is going to rotate down.
he's got the checkmate spot. Even with the man advantage, I'm not sure NFP can win this. This is going to be so strange. They still have Rez is just now going to check lower, but he's not. He's going to have no idea Device is already in vents. Yeah, he's going to be in position. He can actually stop these players opening this door. There's one. Needs to be ready for the next. It's all on Rez's shoulders, and he's down. And now Device comes into play.
You have such a power position. Oh no, Dennis getting just a little bit frustrated. The whole situation, 4-on-3 for the retake here. That's a lot of pellets going through the smoke, and McLean wants to get out, but they win the fight. Coming down the ladder is Forrest, and somehow they retake the bomb site. Team damage it all, get right. Getting the one, Lecco with a double. And a 13-7. The gap is closing. They have won 5 rounds on the road to start this half with.
I mean, I guess in a certain way, you almost have to start believing after a round like that is recovered by NIP. I'm not quite sure how it looked that easy. Astralis, that was actually beautiful what they did, just not able to capitalize. We've got the auto sniper out on Dennis. It's back. Auto sniper, auto shotgun.
Yeah, let's get this rolling. Now they're trying to get through the hut really quick in on the bomb site. Get right goes down. It's a kind of a knockout here. Instantly on the site. The bomb plant should be quick to follow, and they have. Look at that. 3 Molotovs to try and stop anyone from entering. There's so many grenades and so much time being purchased here by Astralis. NIP rushing through the smoke right through. Megas on the other side, and they get shut down. Astralis are tired of playing this game against NIP. No more shenanigans. It's now 14-7 in Astralis. They take one step closer.
It's just so heartbreaking, though, for NIP, because usually they have 2 players throwing smokes and Molotovs at the different choke points in that upper bomb site, ready to handle those rushes. This time they shift things. They send 3 players outside with that auto sniper to be able to stop any kind of play there. And Astralis just have the complete correct call. Utility out. Glaive and Device beat it. Lecro is going to be tested, sees the shoulder. Gotta be careful not to slide out too far. He knows what's coming. He has to win that, and he does. There's one from above falling down. It's Capri. Rez, long-range duels, and NIP trying to contain. It's Dennis to pounce. But a quick trade is going to neutralize him.
Probably overextended his position a little bit there. It would have been 4-on-3. That would have been just fine in almost every scenario. Now it's 3-on-3 instead. Sip and Magus go inside, sliding towards the ramp room, and Capri can be pretty dynamic in this position. He can actually easily help out his teammates on the other side by either just making noise out here and keeping people, or even going down secret and connecting with them later on. Forrest is actually searching for them right now. I think he's tired of waiting. He wants to see what's up.
Well, Get Right and Rez are working together phenomenally. Get Right inside the bomb site watching Mini and Hut. Rez up above the ladder, ready to support no matter which direction they come in. Forrest's only role to have the information that they're coming in, lower, if that's what's happening.
His other role, Moses, is getting headshots. Let's see if he can do it. Looking for the first opportunity there. He's going to get the one. Still pretty good job. And now with 30 seconds left, they're going to go straight for the bomb plant here. Sip planting immediately. All of the entrances are already grenaded up. So NIP, even if they were close by, can't really make it happen in a 3. That's an easy kill on Get Right. Not checking his flank. And now Rez, can he do it 1 versus 2? We've seen clutch after clutch for NIP. They need just 1 more here. Dupree is going to be taken down, and now Sip, maybe the last player who want to play in a 1 versus 1, looking for him any way that he can. And Rez trying to check as many corners as possible, going for the deep one here. Not seeing anyone yet, and he's hiding behind the pillar, and he's going to have the perfect timing. Sip will win it 15-7. It is series point here for Astralis. 1 more, and they will land in yet another grand final. He's very, very close at the moment. Device on 22 kills. Glaive on 20. The whole Astralis team, they're playing so well right now.
They really are. They've withstood barrage after barrage. Going back to the first map, they've withstood the, as you've called it, the vintage plays from Get Right and Forrest, who have delivered some incredible things. Have wrenched rounds out of the hands of Astralis single-handedly. But the teamwork is just too much. The grind of Astralis is just too much to overcome. Great find from Device. Again, finding an edge in the smoke. That first half just so dominant from Astralis and NIP not able to recover.
Oh, and now they have nothing but pistols to fight with. I mean, if you were going to try and win it back, you would want a better weaponry than this, that is for sure. And Astralis making sure they don't make any mistakes. You see how slow and careful they're playing right now. Sniping through the door was the most advanced position. A fair bit of damage on Magisk at least. The grenade follow-up there. Liquor will go down to Dupree. And get right, he's worried about getting shot in the back, but this isn't working out. Dupree, oh, and that's the end. Astralis in the grand finals here, the Corsair DreamHack Masters. 16-7 on Nuke. What a game this was.
Yeah, the machine marches on. These Danish giants cannot be stopped. They'll be awaiting their opponents in the grand final, but NIP, a good performance in this event overall, and obviously a lot of great moments in this semifinal in front of the home crowd.